You create a new note in Qualify by tapping the plus new note. You have two options: record now, which records directly inside the Qualify app, or you can select audio file from the Files app. Record now is the easiest way to record, but some people might prefer to record their lecture outside the Qualify app instead and import it into Qualify to generate the notes. I will be walking through recording using iPhone's voice memo app, then importing it into the Qualify app. Why might someone want to do it that way? Two common scenarios where it's better to record with the voice memo app are: you might want to keep the audio recording of the lecture. When using Record Now, after you generate the notes and the summary, and the flashcards, you won't have access to listening to the audio anymore. For example, you record here and you stop, you do have access now. Record here, but after you upload it and summarize it, you will not be able to play it back. So some people might want to be able to play back the audio anytime they want, even after the notes are generated. The second scenario is that if you have a lecture where you need to pause and resume recording, for example, maybe your class takes a break in the middle of the lecture and you want to be able to use your phone during the break, in that case, you should use the voice memo app. Using the recorder that's part of this recorder, when you record, and let's say there is a break, and then you stop it. If you were to, after the break, let's say you were to press the tap to record again, what you've done is now you're overriding what you recorded previous to stopping recording. So this recorder is really for recording from beginning to end without stopping. So if you're in a situation where you do want to pause the recording, then resume maybe 5 minutes later for your situation, you do want to use the voice memo app. So let's run through using the voice memo and then importing it into Qualify to make notes. Now, where do you find the voice memo app? Let's close this here. The voice memo is included as part of every iPhone and iPad. So you look for a cluster of apps under Utilities, you click in there, and there it is, Voice Memos. And when you open it, this is usually what you'll see as the default view. There are no recordings yet, and when you do record, you click the record button right there, and when you're ready to stop, you click stop there, and there's your recording right there, which you can play back. You click the record button right. We were just talking about pausing and resuming. How do you do that? So let's do a new recording by pressing record. And if you want to pause it and resume, you swipe up somewhere down here in this gray box. And there you go. That stop button has now turned into a pause button where you can pause at any time. Let's say there's a break in your lecture, you pause. You can use your phone to make phone calls or whatever. And when the lecture resumes, you also can resume the recording by pressing the resume button down here. And your recording will continue where it left off. And when you are done, you can press pause. And then let's say the lecture is over, you can click done. And there is your lecture right there. And you cannot import it directly from this voice memo app directly into Qualify. You have to move it into a place that the Qualify app can access first. And you do that by clicking on the three dots up here, clicking share, the first option, and then within here, you want to move down to save to files. There's another option somewhere else called move to folder. You don't want that. You want save to files right here. And here, these are all my folders that are in my Files app. So you can go ahead and just click save, and it'll just save in the default root folder. And then I had a recording there before, so I'm going to go ahead and replace that. Okay, replace. Okay, go ahead. Okay, there we go. It just took a few seconds. Now you're ready to let's check to see where that is now. The Files app is called Files, and it's part of every iOS device. You click in there, and the new recording 7, that's the recording I just made. You can click in there, you can play back, record, and if you want, yeah, that's where it was. And now we're ready to import it into Kualify. So I go back, oops, this was a voice memo. I go back to the Kualify app, and here we are again. And let me close this, start from the beginning. So this was the default notes screen that user can see when you start a new note. You click, you tap plus new note. And as we were saying, instead of record now, you're selecting audio file from the Files app. Click there, and this will bring up a screen showing all the files you have in your Files app. The recording we just made, which we just saved, was called New Recording 7. If we were to tap that, there it is right there. By the way, you could have changed the name of that recording to be more descriptive to your lecture so you can remember which lecture it was, but we just left it as the default new recording. You could have done that in the voice memo app. Or in the Files app, even if you want to do that. But for us, we chose just the default name, which was New Recording 7. And at this point, we can go ahead and click Upload and Summarize. And this will go through all the same steps that normally the Kualify app goes through, which is uploading, which we saw, then transcribing, and then summarizing. This is a short recording, so it went through them fairly quickly, but as usual, all you have to do is wait for the uploading to complete before you close the app. If it's taking a long time. For a long recording, it will take a while. So you can close the app and come back to it because the transcribing and summarizing part happens on the cloud. So it will continue even if you close the app. So after we just ran through all those 3 steps, we see here's the note that it created, which the title is Lecture Recording Instructions. And when you click here, by the way, here's the New Recording 7, because that's the source of this note right here. So when we tap here, we will see the note that was generated by that imported audio file. And there it is right there. It's rather a short note. But there it is right there, and the flashcards will also be available, which will be generated on the fly right there. So that's how you can get more control over how you record a lecture by using the voice memo app, where you can pause and resume, and you can also always have access to that audio recording for playback. So there you have it. That's how you use Kualify to study smarter and study faster.